So, we're at passive reconnaissance. So here are a few things we're gonna walk through in the next few sections, next few rooms. Passive reconnaissance, active reconnaissance, using how to use, learning how to use maps, some protocols. And lastly, a network security challenge, because we're at network security room. In this room, after we define passive reconnaissance, we'll focus on essential tools. For example, like WHOIS, DNS Lookup, and DEG. We use WHOIS to query WHOIS record, and DNS Lookup to query DNS database record. These are publicly available record and hence do not alert the target, and therefore passive reconnaissance. We'll also learn the usage of two our online services, DNS Dumpster and Shodan.io. Okay. Prerequisite: basic networking knowledge, which we have. The module network fundamental. Okay, important knowledge. Let's go. Passive versus active. So two types of reconnaissance, passive and active. Passive is you don't directly interact with the target. You're passively gathering information. But for active reconnaissance, you are actively interact with the target. For example, connecting to one of the company servers such as HTTP, FTP, FMTP. You're calling the company to get information. You're entering the company premises, pretend to be a repairman. Considering invasive nature of active reconnaissance, one can quickly get into legal trouble unless one obtains proper legal authorization. Okay? So this is passive, right? Because it's publicly available information. You pin the IP address. When you pin it, it's absolutely active. You happen to meet the IT admin of the target. You try to use social engineer, so again, it's active. WHOIS? WHOIS a request and response protocol. It listens on TCP port 43 for incoming request. Registrar via which registrar was the domain name registered. Okay. So the WHOIS will reply you with this information: the registrar, the contact info of the registrant, the creation, update, expiration date, and the name server. Okay. So we open our terminal, do WHOIS, TryHackMe. Got a bunch of information. TryHackMe.com ID. So it's useful when you have a domain name and want to get a sense of what it is. Quick. Type in WHOIS with the domain name. So question, why was TryHackMe.com registered? Or when was it registered? Creation date here. What's the format? OIYYMMDD. So that's 2018. July 5th. What is the registrar of the TryHackMe.com? So it's who is the Namecheap.com. 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 Which company is the TryHackMe.com using for name server? Which company is TryHackMe.com using for name server? Which company? Is it not Namecheap.com? It's not the same? So Namecheap.com is the registrar for name server. Oh, that Cloudflare.com for the server. Give it domain name. Okay. And let's look up. Find an IP. Okay. So basically, it's teaching you how to use NS Lookup and DEC, and they both do the similar things. Just there are different formats that you have to follow. For NS Lookup, you need to do NS Lookup followed by the options, which include this query type, AAA, CNAME, MX, with the domain name server. So it can be 1.1.1.1, which is Google, I believe. Oh wait, no, 1.1.1.1 is Cloudflare. Google is 8.8.8.8. So here's an example. And for DEC, it's similar, except you will put a domain first and put the query at the end. So check the TST record of this domain name. What is the flag there? Let's take a look. Let's use NS Lookup. TXT record with what's that? Oh, okay. THM labs. Wait, no. Yeah, okay. THMlab.com. Let's use Google. What if I don't specify that? I think that's okay too, right? TXT invalid. How? Oh, you have to say type. And server 1. Maybe let's specify the server. Okay, that's the same. But I'm not getting the address now. It should work. And let's look up. Type txt, domain name, server. Okay. THM lab. I don't see. I don't see IP address. Oh, maybe I won't, because there's TXT record. TXT record. DNS record that allows the domain administrator to insert arbitrary text into the domain. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's normal. We can also do a dig thmlab.com with, I think, so txt. That will eventually yield to the same result. Yeah, what is it asking? Check the TXT record. What is a flag? I don't see no flag. Yeah, I don't see no flag. Oh, wait. I'm missing an S. There we go. Copy. Come on. Okay, so DNS dumpster. So in DNS lookup, the problem with DNS lookup or dig is that you cannot find the subdomain using these two tools. But we often found that under one domain there are many different subdomains, right? So here's an example, blog.tryhackme.com. You're not able to find this. You can only find the tryhackme.com IP address or different DNS record. So how do we find subdomains? Well, here's DNS dumpster comes in. Here I have it type in here and run it. We can see different type of tryhackme.com, different subdomain of tryhackme.com, blog, help, remote, etc. And it even has different records of it, txt, max, a record. So question, what is one interesting subdomain that you would discover in addition to www and blog? Blog, help, remote, or help, either remote or help. Let's try remote. Yeah, because perhaps it can give you, remote control. Who knows? Shodan.io, when you're tasked to run a pen test against a specific target. So what it does is that it will crawl over the internet to find different website, and once it's connected, it will collect the information related to that service, to that website, and put it in a database. And it looks like this. So tryhackme.com, these are all the website or service that link to this domain. And just kind of play around. Billboard. $83,001. Interesting. Ubuntu and Jinx. Okay, question. According to Shodan, what is the first country in the world in terms of numbers of publicly accessible Apache server? I guess I type in Apache. United States. Shodan, what is the third most common port used for Apache? Port, the third most common, 8080? Go back. Oh shoot. Based on Shodan, what is the most common port used for Nginx? Nginx, the most common what? The most common port used for Nginx. I have to see the report. Nginx. Let's take a look at the operating system. No, not this. Oh, WebTech. Nginx. Here. What is that? Oh, facade. Beta, what is the most common port? Oh, I guess I have to search Nginx. Did I spell it right? Nginx. Yeah. Port 80. Alright, so we cover WHOIS DNS Lookup, dig, and two different service, DNS Dumpster and Shodan.io. They are all very good tool to collect information using passive reconnaissance. Check. Come on. Yay! See you in the next room.